We are at that time where I bring to you now. The parish of Hanover is PNP territory. Last year you sent a message that every division belongs rightfully in the columns of the People's National Party. Now with that said, you sent it last year. This year you're gonna send it. And we have, as our candidate, a tourism consultant. I want you to make welcome in Sandy Bay, the next member of parliament for Hanover Eastern, tourism consultant, Comrade Andrea Purkiss.
Blood and fire comrades of the People's National Party. Comrade General Secretary, our spokespersons on the platform, and to our councillors that made us stand out. But big up, the biggest big up to the comrade warriors. Comrade warriors, let me hear you. Tonight I stand before you proud to be a bush girl from Cascade. I am proud to be one of you, and that is why tonight I bring you hope. I bring hope to every farmer who have not had a market for their products in a long time. Eastern Hanover was once a farming constituency. Not much farming are going right now. Comrades, the People's National Party will ensure that irrigation is not so far-fetched, so a regular man, an average Joe, can afford proper irrigation. I am here to reassure you that the People's National Party will be dedicating funds to ensure that our agricultural people are supported. As a matter of fact, the People's National Party will put aside $2.5 billion to be made available at our PC banks. Who remember the PC banks during the farming years in Eastern and Western Hanover? So farmers can get loans at small interest rate. My father was a farmer. I know what I'm talking about. I will ensure that places like Chester Castle, Belvedere, that we start to plant some peppers again, that we start to farm some plantains, that Eastern Hanover will now move their way into the tourism industry and provide them with fruits and vegetables. We will ensure that the market share is fair and the average Jamaican, the average Eastern Hanoverian man or woman will benefit. Comrades, our children are struggling in Eastern Hanover. As I walk through the constituency, I engage with them. Some of our children are going to school hungry. No wonder we have such a high percentage of children leaving school from within our constituency that is not able to read. Picnic can't learn pan hungry belly. And that is why the People's National Party will ease the burden and ensure that every child gets a warm meal. Comrades, when it comes on to the youth development and community development in Eastern Hanover, it is dead. Not all, because in Sandy Bay Division, we have a community center, thanks to our Deputy Mayor, Andrea Grant, that we have a functional community center in Eastern Hanover. As I walk the constituency, I notice that the community centers are closed down, Our young women and young men have nowhere to go. I will invest in the future and transform the present. The SDC youth programs that we're familiar with, I will reintroduce them. I will reopen the community centers and the playing fields. I will open the community center that stands so nicely in Horton Grove. The building is there standing strong. I will ensure that in Horton Grove, a modern community center will be developed at the current football field in Horton Grove. And don't worry where the money is gonna come from. Money is always available if you care. If you care as a leader, money is something that you will find. The Jamaica Social Investment Fund has that money sitting, and we will tap into that. The building that I will erect, I come into March, well, Heather will talk about March Pen, but up in Horton Grove, I will ensure that a multi-purpose structure is built. The ground floor will potentially house a post office, something that has been removed from our communities. Eastern Hanoverians, let me hear you. You know very well that our senior citizens have to take taxi to get their pass, to collect their little pension. Right where we stand tonight is a justice center being built, and the dilapidated post office sits right before it. Can I tell you, it is not a part of the plan. The post office is not a part of the plan for the Justice Center. The people of Sandy Bay and Sandy Bay Division should stand up against that. The beautiful building that is in front of me will not house a post office. I am hearing from a little bird that the people of Sandy Bay might have to go to Hopewell to collect their mail. But that is nothing strange. The people of Chester Castle, they have to go to a different parish to collect their mail. The people from Cascade, they have to take a taxi to go down to Jericho to collect their pension. All across Eastern Hanover, we're suffering. The people of Eastern Hanover have the right to land. We have the right to land and home ownership. Affordable home ownership though, because this present administration, they're building apartments. Eastern Hanoverians, we need homes to raise our children. I will ensure that 500 houses be built from one-bedroom starter units to three-bedroom family spaces. The land is available. We have identified the land. Down in Point and Mosquito Cove, we have a lot of land just idly sitting there. I will ensure that the Round Hill property expansion project does not go away. Again, comrades of Eastern Hanover, we have the right for land. We have the right to own homes. A vote for me, comrades, is a vote for Mark Golding to become the next Prime Minister of this wonderful country. And when he becomes the Prime Minister of this country, our low-income earners and our informal business owners will now be able to rent somewhere and then own it. Not get a house, and if you're dead, you pick me off to sleep out a door. When I walk the constituency and engage the young professionals, them say, Miss P, me tired of parents, but me can't afford the down payment. Comrades, you heard it from our youngest senator earlier. $500,000 will be made available to you once you're under 35. But it doesn't mean that the deposit is always 500,000. If it's 800,000, you at least have a start and you find the 300,000. Comrades, voters of Eastern Hanover, listen to the message. Tell your neighbors about it. Tell your children that are in university that within their 20s, they can afford a home. Comrades, $1 billion will be set aside for young people to get that money from. So when my party leader presents something, he tells you where it is coming from, because I am still looking for the 70,000 houses that was promised. Comrades, I cannot go if I do not speak about the Woodsville Bridge. I have tourism to speak on, but I will leave that for another time. For over 2 years, the bridge in Woodsville collapsed. It separated two communities. This current administration has no heart for the people. I drove over that bridge 2 weeks ago in the worst condition. It is now a man-made bridge. And the rain fell, so you skid before you go over the bridge. The fear that the people of Woodsville feel every day driving over that bridge. I could not be their representative and not drive over that bridge, comrades. I want to tell you that Mark Jefferson Golding will ensure that the people of Woodsville can benefit again from tourism dollar, something that is not trickling down to the average man. So he will help me to fix the bridge in Woodsville so we can reopen Mayfield Falls, so the farmers in Woodsville can benefit. Comrades, the word is love every time.
Comrade Andrea Purkiss, who said she go and fix the bridge so you can open the falls, not true? Yeah, man.